Today I was feeling awfully nostalgic, and just like a pregnant woman going through old photos and crying, I went back and did like the man version of it, like the greasy, chiseled, hairy-chested man version of pregnancy hormones. I went back and I watched like 2002 Buccaneers Super Bowl highlights, fucking sports bloopers from when I was younger. I listened to a few old Limp Bizkit songs with a tear in my eye and shame in my pants. I was genuinely embarrassed just even listening to some of those old songs by myself. Not exactly the old boner jams I remember them being, but then there was one journey in particular that really caught my attention. Digimon. You see, I loved Digimon growing up, and in fact, to this day, the only crime I've ever committed was stealing my friend's Digimon cards, which I still have, by the way. A cherished possession, of course. In 4th grade, I think it was, I stole this from a friend of mine named Bryce. If you're watching this, Bryce, go fuck yourself. It's too late now, the statute of limitations. You can't sue me or anything like this. But yeah, this is like blood money, basically. I don't remember exactly how I did it, like the grand theft tactic I used. I remember we were like playing inside, and I like excused myself to go take a shit in the bathroom 5 different times over the course of an hour. But what I was doing was filling this binder with his Digimon cards from the other room. So, I mean, I could take you on a little tour here, like a quick glimpse, but pretty much half of these cards I stole from him. And he's probably very upset seeing these. So yeah, I mean, I was a big Digimon fan, and I wanted to watch a couple Digimon episodes today, because I was feeling, kind of nostalgic, of course. So I went on YouTube and just watched Digimon compilations of the most impactful moments of the first series, and then something really piqued my interest here.
Why do all of you get the pizza while I get the crust?
Oh, I can't take all these metaphors!
This was a clip in one of the compilations, and I thought for sure I'd been fucking Digimon rickrolled. I thought this was just an abridged version, or a parody, because that just was inexplicable to me. Why do you get the pizza but I get the crust as he's like fucking carving himself? This was not the Digimon I remembered. This shit's pretty hardcore. It looks like something out of an old emo band's music video, like something straight out of fucking Atreyu from the early 2000s. It doesn't even look like Digimon anymore, with him just actually, fucking flaying himself there. Self-flagellation, damn near. It's like some Hellraiser shit. And I just couldn't believe it. So I decided to watch the episode that this was in, and it turns out this really is just in the show, and I didn't remember it at all. The character is called Apocalypse, and he's the final boss of the first series, and it is fucking goofy. Let me share a bit with you.
I am the ultimate evil, complete with hot and cold running water.
This is Apocalypse's first introduction in the show, his WWE walkout, his massive debut. And he shows up in a double-barrel dick-sucking machine, and then talks about how he's complete with hot and cold running water. Needless to say, I was fucking hooked.
Are you repulsed by my appearance? Don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. They're already hurt.
So it turns out Apocalypse's just a depressed 8-year-old. All he talks about is how he's sad and his feelings are always hurt. He's quite literally the Digimon equivalent of every Twitter user that's always whining.
You're entirely made up of grief and sorrow? How sad for you.
Sure, rub it in.
They really beat home the fact that this guy is truly pathetic, made up of nothing but grief and sorrow, just this miasma of misery.
Why should you get to laugh when I am forced to cry? Why do you get to taste the best life has to offer while all I do is choke on its leftovers? Answer me this! Why do all of you get the pizza while I get the crust?
Oh, I can't take all these metaphors!
Even given the full context in his full theater club monologue, it is still so silly. I fucking love it. Why do you get the pizza while I only get the crust? That is some profound shit. That's like straight out of a Redditor's notebook. Why do you get to bust a nut while I'm just a nut that's busted? It's so fucking good. Now, you'll notice that this is a little different from the one in the compilation because he doesn't, carve his flesh. He doesn't cut himself. I'm guessing Hulu censored that for this release, which is a bit of a shame because you don't get the full impact and the oomph of the statement, but it's still just as powerful.
So that I don't have to be alone anymore in my misery! Wait a minute, what am I laughing at? I'm supposed to be depressed!
You see what I mean? Like, it really seems like it was just a joke. Like, they didn't take it serious, kind of like the Ghost Stories English dub. But this really is what aired. This is truly how Digimon was, apparently. I haven't gone back and watched any of the other episodes. I just watched this one and the finale since it was all Apocalypse. It is wild. Like, in the weirdest way. As if children are playing with action figures and narrating it. That's how the show is written. Also, one other weird thing I want to point out. This kid and this kid have Digimon that digivolve into just human beings. So they go from like these small animals into just a man and a woman. So then these two children just piggyback right around on a man and a woman. So it's kind of weird. But anyway, I don't want to show too much from the episode because I don't want to get copyright strike. But just to sum it up, Apocalypse ends up de-atomizing the kids and their Digimon, just sending them to the cyberspace where they just become ones and zeros. But then through the power of friendship and believing in each other and refusing to give up, they're able to transform their hearts into a device that allows the Digimon to digivolve again. And then together through friendship, they're able to transcend the ones and zeros and get back to physical world. And then they kill Apocalypse with a blast. Like, they literally just, they send 2 blasts at him and he dies instantly. That's pretty much where the show wraps up. I just wanted to showcase a little of Apocalypse here because this was baffling to me. I didn't remember any of this, and my god, is it great. I kind of want to go back and watch the whole show to see if there's other moments like this or characters like this, but I also don't really want to because the show's not that good, at least not from the couple episodes I just watched. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. See ya.